Hello everybody and welcome to Your Solopreneur. Today's video is going to be a little bit shorter. Last time I told you how to find a list of keywords, and today I'm going to show you how to use those keywords in an article so that they are better optimized. So the first thing I want to address is kind of the thing that I struggled with when I first got into everything is there's a spot in your meta information for keywords, and I just thought you just kind of have to add it to that, put it a couple times on the page and you'll be good. Google's gotten a lot smarter. That's the way things used to be indexed. Now it's more along the lines of how you format and where you put those keywords. So that's what this video is going to be about. I just wanted to address that to tell you there's more to it than just adding it to your meta information. They do that because people used to just kind of put keywords all over the place. They would put 100 keywords in their meta keyword information, and it would be very susceptible to scammers, and people were being directed to sites that they weren't necessarily looking for. But luckily for us, Google doesn't do that anymore, and sites like ours can be brought to the top of search rankings, and those scamming sites can be taken to the bottom. So in the last video I showed you how to get a list of keywords. So you should have a list now that is already filtered down by relevant keywords or ones that have the right amount of search results that you're looking for. So you should be able to pick anything from that list to focus on. And as you're writing, those keywords should show up pretty naturally. And if you're using synonyms, maybe use the keywords, but Google is smart enough to get those together by themselves. So now I'm just going to tell you a couple places that you can put these keywords. First, you want to make your URL name have the keyword in it. That way it's relevant and it just makes it a friendly reading URL that people are looking for. If somebody shares this URL on Twitter or Facebook, sometimes the only thing that other people are going to see is that URL name, and that's all they kind of have to go off of. So you want to make the URL make sense and also have that keyword in it. Secondly, you want to put the keyword in the first paragraph or the first 200 words or so of your post. This lets Google know that this is what the post is about. This is the introduction to your post, and that's kind of the first place they look when they're looking for keywords to index you by. Then secondly, you want to go by your header tag, so your H1, your H2, etc. Obviously you want the keyword to be in the H1 tag if possible, which is normally the name of your post, and you should have already had that covered with make the name also your URL. And then secondly, you should have lots of subheadings, so anything else that your post is about, put the keyword in those subheadings, and those would be your H2 or your H3 tags. And Google it also lets Google know that those are important. And next, you want to make sure you have your keywords in your image alt tags. Alt tags are important for more than just SEO. Alt tags are also important for the visually impaired, so that they can, as their reader is going down the screen, if they get to an image, they know what that image is. So if there's any text in that image, that's where you want to put that, is in the alt tag. And I'll show you how to do that now on one of my past posts. So here's one of my posts, finding the perfect niche, top 4 brainstorming techniques. So we'll go down and find a new image here. So here's the first image. So you want to inspect element. I'm using Google Chrome here. Just right click, inspect element, and it'll pop up. And as you can see, my alt text is random word generator. So if we scroll down here, we see this tweet this tip image, and we just want to right click that. And as you can see, the alt text is tweet this tip. So as a visually impaired reader is going down this page, they'll get to this image and they would have no idea what it is. So they wouldn't be able to click on it and share it, or they wouldn't be able to skip it because they don't want to share it. They would just have no idea what that image is for. Another way to optimize your keywords would be bolding and other formatting, so bolding, underlining, and stuff like that. Not only does this help Google index based on these important words, because you would only bold what's important, and this keeps your reader engaged, and it increases the amount of time people stay on your page, which also helps SEO, so that's 2 factors working for you. And then finally, you want to link to other credible sources. So I'm not linking to a bunch here, but I do have a link to Plastidip, or the r/Plastidip on Reddit, and then I think I have this is an internal link, and then I have a link to Creativity Games. So I'm linking to other sites from my site, and that can help your SEO as well. The thing you want to know about links is if it's going to an external page, you want it to open in a new tab. So this creativitygames.net, if you click on that, it's going to open in a new tab. But then I have this one down here, which is an internal link, but it's in the middle of my page. So I don't want people to click on that and then leave this article, so that way they can't see the last couple tips I have here. So this is an internal link that I also have linking in a new tab so that people don't lose their place. But then, as you can see, if you go down here to the very bottom, I have a link for Support Me. That's at the end of the post. Everybody's already finished reading, and it's going to my Support Me page in the same tab. So the reason you want to make sure external links are always opening in a different tab is because you don't want people to leave your site prematurely. If they want to stay on your site, you want it to be their choice, and they have to hit this X if they want to leave. But at the same time, don't do the spammy thing where people do when you click the X or when you go off the screen, that it does a little pop-up, just because that annoys people. And personally, I would never come back to a site that does that, just because if you have to do something like that, that means your content's not good enough, and that means you're not working on your site the honest way. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment down below. For every video I do on this channel, I also do a blog post. So if you're more the kind of person that wants to read, you can just go over to my blog, and there'll be a write-up of every video, along with screenshots and link and all of those sorts of things. And then there's also an option to subscribe to my blog there if you're interested. And if you're really interested, you can go to my support page at yoursolopreneur.com/support. It's really easy. It takes you just a couple seconds, and it's free, and I would really appreciate that. Next week is going to be my 4K challenge update, so make sure you subscribe so that you'll get that. And thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.